On our planet are enormous quantities of species of animals of all shapes and sizes. Let's talk about an animal that is quite known and popular. We are going to show a variety of species which are incredible and little known in the world. Today you will meet these incredible turtle species. Here are top 10 world's most incredible turtles, 10 biggest turtle. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. Matamata turtle. Matamata turtle is a species of freshwater found predominantly in the sweets from the south in the Amazon. Nope, that's not a collection of rocks and rotting leaves at the bottom of the pond. That's a Matamata turtle. This South American species is perfectly camouflaged for its preferred habitat of slow-moving streams, stagnate pools and marshes. With a carapace that looks like bark and a head and neck that look like fallen leaves, the fish that swim close enough to be sucked up for lunch never have a chance to see what's coming. The species has a particularly long snout that it uses like a snorkel, sticking it just out of the water to breathe. The neck of this creature is quite longer than the vertebra within the carapace and has small skin flaps long sides resembling if the a tree branch. Turtles with a long neck. This animal is also known as snake turtle, as a species of turtle critically endangered extinction on Roti Island in Indonesia. She has a strange appearance. This is one of several species of turtles with particularly long necks. One of the most sought after turtles in the pet trade, which led to the decline of wild populations, have been 2 or 3 remaining populations are in a small area of Roti Island and still are frequently illegally caught for commercial purposes. It is one of the most sought after turtles in the pet trade, which has led to serious declines of wild populations. Thus, collection by humans is tipping this species toward extinction. Cantor's giant softshell turtle. There's a reason this species has giant in its name. It can grow up to 6 feet long. The strange-looking turtle has a very broad head, with eyes placed close to its snout. It spends about 95% of its life buried in the sand or mud at the bottom of freshwater rivers and streams, lying motionless in wait for prey that it ambushes. It surfaces only twice a day to take a breath. Otherwise, it simply stays put, waiting for a careless crustacean or fish to swim by and become lunch. Like so many species, the Cantor's giant softshell turtle is listed as endangered. This turtle is listed as threatened with extinction. Alligator turtle. The world's largest sweetwater turtle. Based on weight, they can weigh up to 150 pounds. The alligator turtle found in the southeast from United States is mouth camouflaged and has an appendix similar to the worm on the tip of the tongue to attract companies that can be there are snakes and water birds and other turtles. It gets its name both through its primitive, gator-like looks as well as through its ambush-style hunting technique. Its mouth is camouflaged and has a worm-like appendage on the tip of its tongue to lure in prey, which can be anything from fish to snakes, to water birds to other turtles. Lying completely motionless with its mouth wide open, it literally just waits for an animal to get close to its mouth, which it then snaps shut with incredible speed. Radiated tortoise. Native to Madagascar, this beautiful tortoise species is critically endangered due to habitat loss, poaching and collection for the pet trade. The species grows to a length of about 16 inches, and they can weigh about 35 pounds. Like many tortoise species, the radiated tortoise can enjoy a long life. In fact, the oldest radiated tortoise on record was 2 Malilla, who died at an estimated 188 years of age. African spurred tortoise. As if straight out of a comic book or a dinosaur cartoon, this species of tortoise rocks some impressive spurs along its forelegs. Found along the southern edge of the Sahara Desert, it is the 3rd largest tortoise species in the world, and the largest mainland tortoise. Both the larger Galapagos tortoise and Aldabra giant tortoise are island dwellers. They can grow to 2 to 3 feet long over their 50 to 150 year lifespan. Because they are popular in the pet trade, they are often removed from the wild and are listed as a species vulnerable to extinction. Indian flapshell turtle. The species name says it all. The Indian flapshell is known for its many folds of skin that cover its limbs when it retreats into its shell. Whether or not this helps protect it from predators is unknown, but it sure does make it look a little bit like it has a couple snails tucked up into its shell. As an omnivore, this turtle dines on anything from frogs and fish to flowers and fruit. And while it prefers living in streams and ponds, it can tolerate a certain level of drought by burrowing and traveling to other waterholes. Those flaps of skin also help it survive through dry weather. Hawksbill sea turtle. These sea turtles are found in coastal waters in the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. They get their name from the sharp point at the end of their upper jaw, resembling a raptor's bill. This helps them get food from the crevices of coral reefs. They also have a unique feature apart from other sea turtles, a claw on each of the front flippers. Despite their critically endangered status, their eggs are still collected for food, and they are still caught for meat, and for their beautifully colored shells which are made into jewelry and trinkets. There are only around 20,000 nesting females left, and hawksbills don't reach maturity until about 30 years of age and only nest every 2 to 4 years. Their slow reproduction rate means that juveniles and adults need far more protection from humans to avoid extinction. Galapagos giant tortoise. Galapagos giant tortoise is perhaps one of the best known in the world as are of the largest lived turtle species the world and has lived for over 100 wild state. In fact, a tortoise of Galapagos in captivity lives to 170 years of age. The biggest Galapagos tortoises on record reached 880 pounds and over 6 feet long. This species native to the Galactic Islands and subspecies are found to have thirst of the islands of the archipelago. Human beings cause a decrease in the number of individuals of the species due to loss of habitat, but recovery programs have helped to bring numbers back. Even so, the species is still listed as vulnerable to extinction. And in case you were wondering whether a giant reptile could be cute, if you like my video, don't forget like and subscribe my channel. Let us comments below.